Welcome into the LTU Sports Report. On this week's episode, we'll have highlights of LTU women's soccer, men's basketball, and women's basketball are back in action, ice hockey, and much, much more. Welcome into the LTU Sports Report. I'm Jason Ross Jr. Pleasure to have you back for another week of our show. 104 days separated the last LTU women's soccer game and their return to action last Friday against Trinity Christian. Let's see how head coach Andy Richards and his squad fared.
The undefeated Lawrence Tech women's soccer team is back in action against the Trinity Christian Trolls after 104 days off. Before the game, our very own Sarah Davis spoke with Blue Devils head coach Andy Reid on what he's expecting from his team.
We just talked about it's been 104 days since your guys' last game. What are you hoping to see from the team tonight?
We just talked about it before the game, trying to pick up where we left off. We know it's been a long time, but we've always had that in our mind. We always knew this was coming, so it's not like it's a surprise, you know. Just try and find our feet as fast as we possibly can, try and pick up where we left off and find some rhythm. We got this game and next Friday's game, and then we start conference again, so great opportunity for us all.
And what words of encouragement did you give the girls before today's game?
Well, as usual, Coach Doug, and I have to give him a shout out, otherwise he gets upset. He sent a motivational video out this morning, hopefully try and get everyone fired up, just, you know, again, not taking opportunities and working hard and making sure we're up for the battle.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
The Blue Devils were on fire before the break, scoring 14 goals and allowing just 2 goals so far on the season. On the flip side, the Trolls have been a consistently good team over the course of the last few years. With some key players out for the Blue Devils, can Lawrence Tech pull out the win? Starting in the first half, the high-pressure defense by the Trolls bothered the Blue Devils, and they would struggle to get quality shots off. Halfway through the first half, the Trolls would score the first goal of the game. The Blue Devils would be down 1-0 at the half. Coming back from the break, there's a switch at goalie for the Blue Devils as senior Rebecca Almondos enters the game. However, that would not stop the rhythm of the Trolls as they would go on to score 2 more goals. Lawrence Tech would fail to score for the first time this season and would drop this one 3-0 the final. Here's Sarah Davis back on the sideline with senior Laura Silverman.
All right, 2 weeks from today, you guys are going to play Uno. What's the mindset entering into this week?
Well, you know, going into this week, we got to learn from the mistakes that we made today. We need to keep possession a little more, which is something we're working on in practices. So going into Uno, we're ready to play, we're ready to win, make history on that. You know, we're just looking to play hard, work hard.
And what do you guys as a team hope to accomplish for the remainder of the season?
You know, we're looking to play in the top seed there. We haven't lost a game yet in the league, so that's really awesome, and we're looking to keep it that way.
All right. Well, great job tonight.
It was a busy weekend for Blue Devil Athletics, and we start with the dance team at Concordia for the Cardinal Invite. There they finished with the highest score of the season. Men's and women's track teams also had their first ever meet of the weekend, where they competed at the Aquinas Invitational. Men's tennis got their 2021 season underway as well, unfortunately dropping that one 4-0 against Hisdale College. Getting a win in the win column for LTU, however, was the men's bowling team, as they took first place in the final WAC Jamboree of the season, with Cody Johnson leading the charge, as well as taking third at the Scotty Classic. The women's bowling team finished 6th in the WAC Jamboree, but capped off the weekend for LTU, snagging first at the Scotty Classic.
Each week, we get to know a different LTU athlete. Here is the first of 2 get-to-know segments on this week's edition of the Sports Report.
My name's Logan Walker, and I play third, and I'm a pitcher. Favorite team? Probably the Atlanta Braves, the young stars they got right now. Probably Summer Rae, really hot. Anything to do with like Kevin Hart in it, or Adam Sandler, because I just love them. Yeah, like grown-ups too, all them. Mexican. I just like tacos, hard shell or soft shell, it doesn't matter.
LTU men's hockey played the tail end of a 2-game series against Michigan last Saturday at home. Let's check it out.
The Lawrence Tech men's D3 hockey team is back inside the Farmington Hills Ice Arena to face off against the University of Michigan Wolverines. In the first matchup between these two teams, LTU got blown out 7-1. Can the Blue Devils bounce back and get their second win of the season? In just their fourth game of the season, the Blue Devils have struggled to find the back of the net. Although a much better game than the first matchup, the Blue Devils would fail to score and Lawrence Tech would go on to drop this one 2-0 the final.
On the other side of the break, we'll have more men's and women's basketball highlights for you.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
8 games in 14 days for the women, 6 games in 14 days for the men. Both LTU basketball teams hit the floor last Sunday to cap off quite the busy week.
It feels like there's a basketball game every day at Lawrence Tech because both basketball teams were back in action to take on the Warriors of Rochester College. First with the women, in the first matchup with the Warriors this season, the Blue Devils lost by just 6 points in a close battle. Junior Kendall Fisher would go off for 25 points in that game. LTU is looking to snap a 2-game losing streak in WAC play. Will that happen here tonight? Let's find out. Jumping straight to the third quarter, the Blue Devils are down by 21 points. Turnovers have been a major issue for LTU, but quitting is not an option for the Blue Devils, and they would claw their way back into this game, led by senior Taryn Klein, who hit 5 threes and led all scorers with 23 points on the night. The Blue Devils would cut the Warriors' lead down to 2 points. However, Lawrence Tech would run out of gas and drop this one 69-75, the final. On to the men now. The Lawrence Tech men's basketball team has been shooting the ball much better as of late, but still struggle to execute plays late in games, and that has cost them a couple. With Brandon Beavers back in the lineup, can the Blue Devils get the win? These two teams went head-to-head all night, starting early in the first half with physical play by big man Gunnar Gustafson as he goes up strong for 2 points and completes the and-one play. Lawrence Tech would lead throughout the entire first half and take a 6-point lead into the half. Coming out of the break, Lawrence Tech would struggle behind the arc, and the Warriors would take the lead 50-49. Not soon after, junior Brandon Beavers would hit one of his 4 threes on the night to put the Blue Devils up 1 late in the second half. Ultimately, failure to execute down the stretch would cost the Blue Devils, and Lawrence Tech would go on to drop this one 68-75, the final.
We got out tough down the stretch. We make the plays we needed to make. They really beat us to the glass. They beat us to loose balls, and they were able to make the plays they needed to make. He makes us go from a point guard standpoint. He scored the basketball tonight, but that's not what he does. Our offense just flows better with him, so it's good to have him back. We just need to get him back in shape.
Esports are becoming more and more prominent around the college scene. We actually aren't too far away from having our own esports team here on the campus of Lawrence Technological University, so we decided to profile a student currently on campus who will be a member of the team next fall.
I got into playing games as a kid, and then as I got older, I wanted to get more competitive, so I started playing with some buddies and just playing randomly online against other people, against like challenges, which you just play for fun and keep track of your win and loss, and just kind of went off from there. Well, I originally came to LTU for hockey, which I'm on the team for that, and their engineering program is astounding. I was actually comparing it with another school, but I picked this one over its wealth in Michigan. And now I'm here for the LTU esports team too. What I'm really excited about this season is I've never actually played Overwatch competitively. I've played their ranked mode, but never for like a win-loss record or for anything else. Actually, I've only played in other games, so I'm pretty excited about that. And getting a group of guys or girls on the team, and forming bonds, and maybe even winning the whole thing this year.
I'm looking forward to Mike playing. He's a leader. I think that's really why I brought him to be a part of the team. I needed somebody who's strong and has a traditional background in sports and has been a part of a team. What he lacks in the competitive scene of esports, he makes up for in traditional sports.
If you're coming to Lawrence Tech, do your research, because this is an amazing school, so you need to get everything you can out of this, and you don't want to fail as a student. And if you really want to progress to your career, maybe in any other sports or even esports, this could be a place for you.
My name's Manasa Potleri. I'm a junior and I play golf. My favorite TV show is New Girl. It's just really funny. My celebrity crush is Tom Holland because I like the movies he's in. My favorite animal is a giraffe because I like how tall they are. My favorite place to vacation is probably somewhere tropical, like an island, just because I like tropical places. Outside of golf, my favorite thing to do is watch TV or movies.
The wide array of programs continue to grow here at LTU. In addition to our Get to Know segment this week, we're also profiling a member of Lawrence Tech's band.
My name is Erin Hatala. I'm in the alto sax section and I play alto sax. I knew in high school that I wanted to major in biomedical engineering, and there are only a few colleges in Michigan that have that major, and I knew that LTU was a prestigious school, so I applied and I got in, and that really weighed on my decision of coming here. And then it was even better when I found out that I could be in marching band and so many other clubs. Coming into this marching band was totally different from my high school marching band because it's college. But I'm still grateful that I met so many nice people, and I've actually become really good friends with some of them. So it's always good coming into your freshman year of college, having friends on a campus that you can talk to. And since then, I've love marching band. I love it's just like a nice getaway from, school, any stress. It's just like a place where you can go, have fun, play your instrument, and relax for a little bit. So in the fall, we still practiced up to 3 times a week just to learn stuff, and we did a couple performances for that. We have not started practicing in the spring, but we are supposed to in a few weeks. And even though we don't know if we can play at these football games that are supposed to happen in the spring, we're still hoping to be able to have a few performances, even if they're not marching, just playing on campus or for any other reason. So I think LTU is a small school, but not super small. So it's actually good that it's small sometimes because your walks to classes aren't that far, only maybe 10 minutes at most. It's easy to get around, and you're able to join groups and know people in your classes, and having small class sizes is good because your professor knows you a little bit better. Rather than being in a lecture hall with 200 people, you have maybe 30. Anyone can honestly do well here. It's easier to get involved in a bunch of organizations, and I think the professors are here to help you. So I think that's a really good plus of LTU.
Well, 2021 should be a year of new beginnings, so LTU decided to release a new hockey sweater for the squad this season. We were able to chat with one of the assistant coaches about the creative process that went into this new jersey.
Last year, we'd partnered with Dangle Sauce to get the full new blue and white home and away jerseys. And then every year, the goal is now for one new set every year. The guys over at Dangle Sauce, Tom is a great guy, and we work with him, and both work together on the design. I'm not going to take full credit for it. What we started out this year is talked to Coach Gaffney and said, hey, what color base do you kind of want to go with for the jersey this year? We went blue and white last year, so we needed a third color to possibly wear as a home or away set. So gray, we already had one, so we said, let's start with a gray base. So I said, let's do a fade. Well, can we do that? Can we fade from gray to white? Tom goes, hey, I have this chrome fabric. What do you think about doing that around the numbers? I think it matched perfectly with the gray uniform, and it's just that extra level of pop that we're trying to go for. We're trying to stand out. The Devil's Pitchfork on the sleeve, that's a cool feature. It's a little bit different logo placement, allows the number to move up higher on the shoulder. Again, more like a football jersey, but my personal opinion is the best jersey in the WAC right now. I'd throw it up against any team in the ACHA as well, Division I or Division III. And a lot of alumni even reach out and said, how can I order one? Can I get one, ASAP in this number, their old number? And it's been very positive, and everyone seems very excited to see it on the ice.
Well, we've reached the conclusion of this week's show. Again, always such a pleasure to have you with us in studio on the LTU Sports Report. Don't forget to follow our social media handles at LTU Athletics on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, where you can find all of our content day in and day out revolving around Blue Devil athletics. It's also where you can find our new Blue Devils In-Depth podcast, which interviews individual athletes here on campus, diving into their stories and their approaches to their games and their work in school each and every week. Well, once again, always such a pleasure to have you here with us in studio. We'll see you right back next week on the LTU Sports Report.